This is a painting of the Golden Spike Ceremony, which was painted by Thomas Hill. I chose this painting because the Golden Spike Ceremony marks the completion of the first Transcontinental Railroad. There were over 1,000 people who came to the ceremony. The ceremony took place in Promontory, Utah because the railroad was built from both directions to save time, and this is where they met. The two sides who built the railroad were Union Pacific and Central Pacific. There were two separate railroads who were involved due to the Pacific Railroad Act signed by Abraham Lincoln, stating that for every mile of track built, the railroad would receive 6,400 acres and $48,000 in government bonds. The first Transcontinental Railroad started in Council Bluffs, Iowa, and ended in Sacramento, California. While being built, many temporary towns of canvas tents were made for the builders to live in, and many of these were turned into actual towns later. Many of the workers on the Union Pacific side were Irish laborers or Mormons, and on the Central Pacific side the workers were Chinese immigrants or from the military. The railroad took over 6 years to complete and was 1,776 miles long. The Golden Spike Ceremony was supposed to be held on May 8, 1869, and the date is engraved on the Golden Spike. But due to poor weather conditions, the ceremony was held on May 10, 1869. Before the railroad was built, it was a 6-month journey to travel from one coast to the other and cost nearly $1,000. But after the completion of the railroad, the price for this trip dropped to about $150, making it more affordable for people to travel across the country. The railroad made it much faster and more efficient to transport goods, livestock, building materials, and mail to the West Coast. The completion of the first Transcontinental Railroad modernized the exchange of goods, industry, and travel in the United States.